There are losses that don't only hurt in absence, they hurt in the conscience. Sometimes a woman only understands the value of a good man when he's already gone. And it's not because she didn't love him, it's because she confused stability with routine, care with obligation, and presence with guarantee. Only no man is eternal when he feels he's being traded for the certainty that he will always be there. A good man only seems predictable until the day he disappears, and that's when it clicks. Alone in the silence, she starts to review every detail, every ignored word, every cold attitude, every wasted chance. It's no longer about having someone by her side. It's about realizing how unique, rare, and unrecoverable that someone was. Because what many people don't understand is that there are men who don't come around twice. They pass through, they leave their mark, and when they leave, they take with them a version of the woman that she may never be again. In this video, I'm going to show you 12 lessons that a woman only learns after losing a man who was truly worth it. These are lessons that come too late, but still they come with force. Before we continue, I need to tell you something. This video only reached you because someone liked it and subscribed to our channel. Now it's your turn to do the same. Leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so this chain of knowledge keeps growing and reaching more people. Also, comment down below which city you're watching from, because I want to know how far this video is traveling. Now, no more delays, let's get to the good stuff. First lesson: not every man will treat her with the same care and respect. She thought that care was standard, that kindness was part of the package of being with someone. Only after losing him did she realize that what that man did for her wasn't common. It was extraordinary. While he remembered the details, respected her space, and cared about what she felt, she thought it was basic, and it wasn't. Because the basic in the real world is disinterest disguised as "I'm too busy." The basic is selfishness painted as "I'm just like this." And she only understood that in practice. The next one who came along didn't ask if she was okay, didn't notice her lost look, didn't care about the silences. That's when it clicked. Care isn't a rule, it's a privilege. And respect isn't a consequence, it's a choice. Not every man has the sensitivity to see beyond the body, beyond sex, beyond appearance. She learned that the hard way, missing something she thought she would never lose. If you're tired of watching her play games, ignore you, and do whatever she wants with your feelings, it's time to show who's in charge of the game. It's time to make her chase you and recognize your true value. In the first pinned comment, I've left a step-by-step guide on how to make her pursue you. Plus, you'll level up and become the best version of yourself. Click now. Second lesson: true love isn't something you find twice in the same way. She thought love could be replaced, that all she had to do was find another face, another body, another companion. But when she lost that man, she realized that what they had wasn't just chemistry, it was connection. It was a harmony that can't be explained, forced, or repeated. Because true love isn't a formula, it's an encounter. And encounters like that don't have a replay. The problem is that in the hurry to move on, she confused presence with intensity. But real love has a different rhythm. It doesn't shout, doesn't impose itself, it just fits. And by the time she understood that, it was too late, because the love she let go of was exactly what everyone looks for, and almost no one finds again. Third lesson: regret doesn't erase actions that hurt. She thought an apology would fix everything, that all she had to do was say, "I was wrong," for him to come back. But words don't repair deep wounds, and when a good man is hurt, he doesn't hold a grudge. He just understands that he doesn't deserve to live in pain. Her regret was sincere, but not enough. The truth is that certain actions have consequences that can't be undone. And she learned that the hard way. When he left, He took with him the peace she only recognized when she lost it. Because good men don't get addicted to suffering. They choose their own emotional health, even if it means leaving the one they love. Fourth lesson, she learns that missing someone isn't enough to bring them back. The longing hit hard, in the places where he used to be, in the messages she expected to receive, in the routines that lost their meaning. But as much as it hurt, he didn't come back. Because missing someone doesn't rebuild trust, and a man who feels devalued learns to move on even with a heavy heart. She discovered that missing someone isn't proof of love, it's just a consequence of absence, and that love, when neglected, doesn't wait. Missing someone alone has no power to rescue what was destroyed by actions, and unfortunately, by the time she realized that, he was the one who didn't miss her anymore. The intensity of the longing caught her off guard, showing her the emptiness that his absence had left in her daily life. However, she understood that missing him was a one-sided feeling, stuck in the past, while he was already building a future without her. That good man had learned that love needs to be nurtured and valued in the present, and mere absence, however deeply felt by one party, wasn't enough to undo the decision to seek his own happiness. Fifth lesson, good men don't beg for love, they withdraw. He didn't plead, didn't insist, didn't make a scene. He just left. And that's when she understood the difference between an immature man and a man of value. A good man doesn't settle for scraps. He perceives the moment he's being underestimated and leaves not out of pride, but out of dignity. She thought he would stay like others had stayed, but men like that don't tolerate lack of reciprocity. They don't shout for attention, they fall silent. And in that silence, she felt the most deafening absence in her life. Because when a good man leaves, it's not to make a scene. It's because he's already tried everything and saw no more room to be whole. His silent departure carried a powerful message about self-respect. He had invested time and energy in that relationship, offering his best, and when he realized that this effort wasn't valued, his decision was clear and firm. There was no room for games or manipulations, just the awareness that he deserved reciprocal love and the courage to seek it elsewhere. This attitude confronted her with the immaturity of her own expectations and made her question the power dynamics in her relationships. Sixth lesson, a man who does everything for her today might ignore her tomorrow. She got used to his presence, to the messages, the care, the support. She thought it would be eternal, but she forgot that even the strongest get tired, that someone who always does everything will eventually understand that they also deserve to receive. And he stopped. Out of nowhere, he simply stopped. And that hurt more than any fight. He didn't change overnight. She was the one who didn't see the daily wear and tear, the unrecognized effort, the lack of return. When he decided to ignore her, it wasn't out of revenge, it was out of exhaustion. She never imagined that the man who did everything would one day become the same one who wouldn't even answer a hi. But that's exactly what happened. This drastic change in his behavior was a reflection of her own negligence. She had become dependent on his dedication, without realizing that this dynamic was unsustainable in the long run. That man who felt invisible and undervalued accumulated frustration, to the point where the only way out he saw was complete detachment. This painful experience taught her about the importance of reciprocity and constant appreciation in a relationship, so that care doesn't become a silent burden. Seventh lesson, a good man is rare, and the world is full of appearance, not essence. After he left, she tried to move on. She met others, gave them chances, got her hopes up. But she soon realized what's most common are men who know how to impress, but don't know how to give themselves. Men who have pretty words, but empty actions. And that's when she started to understand the value of essence. He wasn't perfect, but he was real. He had flaws, but he also had character. And that seems like a luxury item today, because the current world teaches many people how to seduce, but almost no one how to truly love. And only after losing him did she understand that in practice, character is worth more than charm. The search for a replacement revealed a desolate landscape of superficiality and emotional games. The new encounters offered the promise of excitement and adventure, but lacked the solidity and integrity she had found in that man. This comparison made her value authenticity and transparency, realizing that the true beauty of a relationship lies in the essence of character and the ability to build a genuine connection, free from masks and pretense. 8th lesson: kindness isn't weakness, it's strength in the form of character. She mistook his calm demeanor for passivity. She thought he was weak for not fighting back, for forgiving, for trying to have a dialogue. But he wasn't weak, he was mature, he had self-control, and that, today, she sees as one of the greatest forms of strength someone can have. True kindness requires courage to not stoop to their level, to maintain integrity even when being tested. And when she understood that, she realized that he was much more than a good boyfriend. He was a mirror of evolution. Only mirrors like that, when broken, can't be put back together with glue. The way he handled conflicts with patience and a willingness to understand now seemed like a sign of profound emotional maturity. She had mistakenly interpreted the absence of explosive reactions as a lack of conviction, without understanding that true strength lies in the ability to remain calm and seek constructive solutions. This reflection taught her to differentiate aggression from assertiveness and to recognize the beauty of kindness as a conscious and powerful choice. 9th lesson: she learns that true love doesn't shout, but it leaves its mark. She expected explosive declarations, movie scenes, ups and downs like in the films. But he was different. His love didn't make noise, but it made a home. He showed it in the details, in the silent care, in the consistency. And it took her a while to understand that this is what truly remains. Today, she misses precisely what she thought was ordinary. The quiet presence, the peace he transmitted, the way he was there even without speaking. Because true love doesn't need spotlights, it needs space. And she only understood the value of that when the stage became empty. The small demonstrations of affection, the subtle gestures of care, and the unwavering loyalty now resonated in her memory with surprising intensity. She had sought intensity and fleeting passion without realizing that true love manifests in the security and consistency of everyday life. The absence of that silent and constant love revealed the depth of its mark on her life, teaching her to value the most genuine and lasting forms of affection. 10th lesson: she discovers that freedom without someone real by her side is loneliness in disguise. She wanted space, wanted to live without demands, wanted to feel free. And he, out of love, respected that. But the freedom she sought so much turned into silence. The days got longer, but they lost their warmth. And his absence revealed that the right presence never imprisons. It completes. Today, she has freedom. But it's a cold freedom. Without the one who understood her on bad days, without the one who added without invading, without the one who offered peace instead of control. And what seemed like autonomy turned out to be just a sophisticated version of loneliness, because sometimes what we call freedom is just escape. This pursuit of individuality led her to unexpected isolation. The absence of that deep connection and genuine companionship turned freedom into a void. She realized that true autonomy lies in having the choice to share life with someone who supports and values you, and not in the illusion of solitary independence. This lesson made her reconsider the balance between personal space and intimacy in a relationship. 11th lesson, she realizes that respect and partnership are more important than butterflies in the stomach. She went after the adrenaline, the intense emotions, the butterflies in her stomach. She forgot that love that builds isn't the one that takes your breath away, but the one that gives stability. He was a partner, a shoulder to cry on, a safe harbor, and that, for a while, seemed boring, until she realized that what's really wonderful is having someone who stays. Over time, the butterflies go away, but respect, when present, sustains, and she learned that what keeps a relationship alive isn't the fire of passion, it's the calm of complicity, and he offered exactly that. Only she realized it when she was already surrounded by games, noise, and uncertainties. 12th lesson, regret comes, but time doesn't go back. She regretted it. She felt the pain of loss, the bitter taste of longing, the guilt for her actions. But time, that didn't give her a second chance. And the worst feeling she carries isn't the emptiness of his absence. It's knowing she had everything in her hands and didn't know how to take care of it. Regret came like a ghost that doesn't leave her in peace. It appears in memories, in places that now hurt, in moments that can no longer be recreated. And every day that passes without him only confirms what she feared most. It's not just about losing someone. It's about losing the version of herself that only existed by his side. If this video made a difference for you, please like and subscribe to the channel. Every video we create here is thoughtfully made, always with the aim of helping you develop and achieve your best version. We want to share practical and direct tips that really impact your life positively. So don't waste time and comment below with the word gratitude and the phrase, "in search of my best version." With that, the algorithm will take this video to even more men who are seeking growth. Your engagement in the comments is essential for our content to reach those who need these tips the most. In addition, your support with likes and subscribing to the channel strengthens our work and motivates us to continue creating valuable content for your journey. The more you interact, the more men will also have access to this type of information, which only helps our mission to transform lives. So thank you for being with us on this journey. Stay tuned for the next videos because we are always bringing new things to help you evolve. Big hug and see you in the next video.